everybody, and welcome to my channel. I'm Mariah. Today's topic is post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. In this video, I will cover what PTSD is, symptoms, causes, risk factors, complications, prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and coping and support. This video is research-based. For the research in this video, I used two different articles from the same website to gather information. To start off, mental illness is an invisible disability. I believe that people with PTSD can live very productive and fulfilling lives if they have the right help and support. And that's just my thought. Post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms and causes. And this is from the Mayo Clinic website. Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, Post-traumatic stress disorder and PTSD is a mental health condition that's triggered by a terrifying event, either experiencing it or witnessing it. Symptoms may include flashbacks, nightmares, and severe anxiety, as well as uncontrollable thoughts about the event. Most people who go through traumatic events may have difficulty adjusting and coping, but with time and good self-care, they usually get better. If symptoms get worse, last for months or even years, and interfere with your day-to-day functioning, you may have PTSD. Effective treatment after PTSD symptoms develop can be critical to reducing symptoms and improving function. Symptoms. Post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms may start within 1 month of a traumatic event, but sometimes symptoms may not appear until years after the event. These symptoms cause significant problems in social or work situations and in relationships. They can also interfere with the ability to go about your normal daily tasks. PTSD symptoms are generally grouped into 4 types. We have intrusive visions, avoidance, negative changes in thinking and mood, and changes in physical and emotional reactions. Symptoms can vary from over time or vary from person to person. Intrusive memories. Symptoms of intrusive memories may include recurring unwanted distressing memories of the traumatic event. We have reliving the traumatic event as if it were happening again, or flashbacks. Upsetting dreams or nightmares about the traumatic event. Severe emotional distress of physical reactions to something that reminds you of the traumatic event. Avoidance. Symptoms of avoidance may include trying to avoid thinking or talking about the traumatic event, avoiding places, activities, or people that remind you of the traumatic event. Negative changes in thinking and mood. Symptoms of negative changes in thinking and mood may include negative thoughts about yourself, other people, or the world, hopelessness about the future. Memory problems including not remembering important aspects of the traumatic event, difficulty maintaining close relationships, feeling detached from family and friends, lack of interest in activities you once enjoyed, difficulty experiencing positive emotions, and feeling emotionally numb. Changes in physical and emotional reactions. Symptoms of changes in physical and emotional reactions, also called arousal symptoms, may include being easily startled or frightened, always being on guard for danger, self-destructive behavior such as drinking too much or driving too fast, trouble sleeping, trouble concentrating, irritability, angry outbursts, or aggressive behavior, overwhelming guilt or shame. For children 6 years old or younger, signs and symptoms may also include reenacting the traumatic event or aspects of the traumatic event through play, terrifying dreams that may or may not include aspects of the traumatic event, Intensity of symptoms. PTSD symptoms may vary in intensity over time. You may have more PTSD symptoms when you're stressed in general or when you come across reminders of what you went through. For example, if you hear a car backfire, you may relive combat experiences. What to see a doctor. I think it's supposed to say when, but if you have disturbing thoughts and feelings about a traumatic event for more than a month, if they're severe or if you feel you're having trouble getting your life back under control, talk to a doctor or mental health professional. Getting treatment as soon as possible can help prevent PTSD symptoms from getting worse. If you have suicidal thoughts, if you or someone you know has suicidal thoughts, get help right away through one or more of these resources. Reach out to a close friend or loved one, contact a minister, spiritual leader, or someone in the faith community. Call a suicide hotline number. In the United States, it's called the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 1-800-273-TALK or 1-800-273-8255 to reach a trained counselor. You can also use the same number and press 1 to reach the Veterans Crisis Line. Make an appointment with your doctor or mental health professional. Causes. You can develop PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder when you go through, see, or learn about an event involving actual or threatened death, serious injury, or sexual violations. Doctors are not sure why some people get PTSD. As with mental health problems, PTSD is probably caused by a complex mix of stressful events, including the amount and severity of trauma you've gone through in your life, inherited mental health risks such as family history of anxiety and depression, inherited features of your personality, often called your temperament, the way your brain your brain regulates the chemicals and hormones your body releases in response to stress. Risk factors. People of all ages can have post-traumatic stress disorder. However, some factors you may have may make you more likely to develop PTSD after a traumatic event, such as experiencing intense or long-lasting trauma, having experienced other trauma earlier in life, such as childhood abuse, having a job that increases your risk of being exposed to traumatic events, such as military personnel and first responders, having other mental health problems, such as anxiety and depression, having problems with substance misuse, such as excessive drinking or drug use, lacking a good support system of family and friends, having blood relatives with mental health problems such as anxiety and depression. Kinds of traumatic events. The most common events leading to the development of PTSD include combat exposure, childhood physical abuse, sexual violence, physical assault, and being threatened with a weapon, and an accident. Many other traumatic events also can lead to PTSD, such as fire, natural disaster, mugging, robbery, plane crash, torture, kidnapping, life-threatening medical diagnosis, terrorist attack, or other extreme or life-threatening events. Complications. PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder can disrupt your whole life, your job, your relationships, your health, and your enjoyment of everyday activities. Having PTSD may increase your risk of other mental health, such as depression and anxiety, issues with drugs and alcohol use, eating disorders, and suicidal thoughts and actions. Prevention. After surviving a traumatic event, most people have PTSD-like symptoms at first, such as being unable to stop thinking about what happened, fear, anxiety, anger, depression, guilt, all are common reactions to trauma. However, the majority of people exposed to trauma do not develop long-term post-traumatic stress disorder. Getting timely help and support may prevent normal stress reactions from getting worse and developing into PTSD. This may mean turning to family and friends who will listen and offer comfort. It may mean seeking out a mental health professional for a brief course of treatment. Some people may also find it helpful to turn to their faith community. Support from others also may help prevent you from turning to unhealthy coping methods such as misuse of alcohol or drugs. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Oh, this is the second article. I'm sorry. Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, diagnosis and treatment. This is also from the Mayo Clinic website. Diagnosis. To diagnose post-traumatic stress disorder, your doctor will likely perform a physical examination to check for medical problems that may be causing your symptoms. Do a psychological evaluation that includes a discussion of your signs and symptoms and the event or events that led up to them. Use the criteria in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, or DSM-5, published by the American Psychiatry Association. Diagnosis of PTSD requires exposure to an event that involved the actual and possible threat of death, violence, or physical or serious injury. Your exposure can happen in one or many of these ways. You directly experience a traumatic event. You've witnessed in person the traumatic event occurring to others. You learned someone close to you experienced or was threatened by the traumatic event. You are repeatedly exposed to graphic details of traumatic events. For example, if you're a first responder to the scene of the traumatic events. You may have PTSD if the problems you experience after this exposure continues for more than a month and cause significant problems in your ability to function in social and work settings, negatively impact your relationships. Treatment. Post-traumatic stress disorder treatment can help you regain a sense of control over your life. The primary treatment is psychotherapy, but can also include medication. Combining these treatments can help improve your symptoms by teaching you skills to address your symptoms, helping you think better about yourself, others, and the world. Learning ways to cope if any symptoms arise again. Treating other problems, often related to traumatic events such as depression, anxiety, and misuse of alcohol or drugs. You don't have to try to handle the burden of PTSD on your own. Psychotherapy. Several types of psychotherapy, also called talk therapy, may be used to treat children and adults with PTSD. Some types of psychotherapy used in PTSD treatment include cognitive therapy. This type of talk therapy helps you recognize the ways of thinking, cognitive patterns that keep you stuck. For example, negative beliefs about yourself and the risk of traumatic things happening again. For PTSD, cognitive therapy often is used along with exposure therapy. Exposure therapy. This behavior therapy helps you safely face both situations and memories that you find terrifying so that you can learn to cope with them effectively. Exposure therapy can be particularly helpful for flashbacks and nightmares. One approach uses virtual reality programs that allow you to the re-enter the setting in which you experienced trauma. Eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, or EMDR. EMDR combines exposure therapy with a series of guided eye movements that help you process traumatic memories and change how you react to them. Your therapist can help you develop coping management skills to help you better handle stressful situations and cope with stress in your life. All these approaches can help you regain control of lasting fear after a traumatic event. You and your mental health professional can discuss what type of therapy or combination of therapy may best suit your needs. You may try individual therapy, group therapy, or both. Group therapy can offer a way to connect with others going through similar experiences. Medication. Several types of medication can help improve symptoms for PTSD. Antidepressants. These medications can help symptoms of depression and anxiety. They can also help improve sleeping problems and concentration. The selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, or SSRI medications, Sertraline or Zoloft, and Zoxytin Paxil, and I'm sorry if I said those two medical words wrong, but I tried my best, are approved by the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, for PTSD treatment. Anti-anxiety medications. These drugs can relieve severe anxiety and related problems. Some anti-anxiety medications have potential for abuse, so they are generally used only for a short time. Parazocin, and I'm sorry if that's wrong. While several studies indicated that Paracin or Minipress may reduce or suppress nightmares for some people with PTSD, a recent study showed no benefit over placebo. And placebo is it's not the actual drug; it just means you're taking something. But that's typically used in trials. So, but participants in the recent study differed from others in ways that potentially impact the result. Individuals who are considering Prozocin should speak with a doctor to determine whether or not a particular situation might merit a trial for this drug. Coping and support. If stress and other problems caused by a traumatic event affect your life, see your doctor or mental health professional. You can also take actions as you continue with treatment for post-traumatic stress disorder. 1. Follow your treatment plan. Although it may take a while to feel beliefs from treatment and medication, treatment can be effective, and most people do recover. Remind yourself that it takes time. Your treatment plan and routinely communicating with your mental health professional will help you move forward. Learn about PTSD. This knowledge can help you understand what you're feeling, and then you can develop coping strategies to help you respond effectively. Take care of yourself. Get enough rest. Eat a healthy diet. Exercise and take time to relax. Try to reduce or avoid caffeine and nicotine, which can worsen anxiety. Don't self-medicate. Turning to alcohol or drugs can numb your feelings. To numb your feelings isn't healthy, even though it may be a tempting way to cope. It can lead to more problems down the road, interfering with effective treatment and prevent real healing. Break the cycle. When you feel anxious, take a brisk walk or jump into a hobby to refocus. Stay connected. Spend time with supportive and caring people, family, friends, faith leaders, or others. You don't have to talk about what happened if you don't want to. Just share time with your loved ones. Just sharing time with your loved ones can offer healing and comfort. Considering a support group. Ask your mental health professional for help finding a support group or contact veteran organizations or your community's social service system, or look for local support groups in an online directory. When someone who you love has PTSD, the person you love may seem like a different person you knew before the trauma. Angry, irritable, for example, or withdrawn and depressed. PTSD can significantly strain the emotional and mental health of loved ones and friends. Hearing about the trauma can lead your loved one's PTSD. Hearing about the trauma that led to your loved one's PTSD may be painful for you and even cause you to relive difficult events. You may find yourself avoiding his or her attempts to talk about the trauma or feeling hopeless that your loved one will get better. At the same time, you feel guilty that you cannot fix your loved one and hurry up the process of healing. Remember that you cannot change someone. However, you can learn about PTSD. This can help you understand what your loved one is going through. Recognize that avoidance and withdrawal are part of the disorder. If your loved one resists your help, allow space and let your loved one know that you're available when he or she is ready to accept your help. Offer to attend medical appointments. If your loved one is willing, attending appointments can help you understand and assist with treatment. Be willing to listen. Let your loved one know that you're willing to listen, but understand if he or she doesn't want to talk. Try not to force your loved one to talk about the trauma unless he or she is ready. Encourage participation. Plan opportunities or activities with family and friends. Celebrate good events. Make your own health a priority. Take care of yourself by eating healthy, being physically active, and getting enough rest. Take time alone or with friends doing activities that will help you recharge. Seek help if you need it. If you have difficulty coping, talk to your doctor. He or she may refer you to a therapist who will help you work through your stress. Stay safe. Plan a safe space for yourself and your children if your loved one becomes violent or abusive. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a long one. I'm sorry, but I wanted to make sure I got all the information that was necessary in this video. I am always open to any suggestions you have for any future video topics. Please let me know what they are in the comment section below or on my Twitter page. And my Twitter handle is @BurleyMariah, and I can spell it for you at BurleyMariah. And sorry for my voice change, but when I talk long, it actually affects my voice, and I have a medical condition that causes my voice to change at times. The next topic is going to be on attention deficit hyperactive disorder, or ADHD. I hope everyone's continuing to stay safe. I want you to know that I'm praying for you, your families, and the world. I post my notes in the comment section for anyone who needs them, and I always keep my mistakes in my videos just so you can see how I struggle with this, but I still try my best. I hope you guys understand that. Please like, share, and subscribe if you want to and found this video to be helpful. Feel free to share this video with anyone you think may need it. If you want to be notified for when I do any live streams or upload any new content, you're going to want to hit the bell icon and select the all option under the bell icon. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Bye!